I was once hurt, rather manipulated by a prophetic church and ministry. It has really been hurting me, and it altered my perception of spiritual fatherhood. How do I heal?
I want to start by answering this question, not by castigating the prophet, because we don't know your part in this problem. But I need to say this. It is very important that we understand everyone, including me. Did you hear me? Separate from Jesus. Anyone apart from Jesus can hurt you. Do you understand me? Including me that's talking to you. Even now, maybe as I'm talking, I've hurt you. Okay, that is allowed. Doctrinal hurt. Everyone is capable of hurting you. The goal is not focusing on the prophet that hurt you. The goal is, how are you bigger than the pain? How do you know you are bigger than the pain? Your ability to forgive. The fact that it's hurting you means God had to allow that opportunity for you to know how to forgive. You see how you look at it? But when you look at it from the point of the prophet did, the question I want to ask you, when did he do it? If it's anything beyond 24 hours, you have already sinned. You that is saying the prophet. Because the Bible says, do not let the sun. So the sun has already gone down. Did he do it today? If he did it yesterday, you're already wrong. So what you need to learn is what you need to become through what you go through. It's not who did it to you, because you too, how many things have you done to people? You. Do you know when you were born, you made your mother to bleed? So you have already taken someone's blood. By the fact that you are born, someone lost her life, her blood. So it's not necessarily, don't look at it from what you are done to, or you are done. Don't look at it from what folks have done to you. Look at it from what that thing needs to teach you to become. So the fact that you are feeling the pain is already telling you you are wrong. You are the bigger sinner. Because you have a form of godliness and you have denied the power. You see, do you understand what I'm answering? I know you want me to tell you, cut off and go to a prophet that will hear God. That prophet that will hear God will still hurt you. Man is to hurt. And if we teach escape courtesy of hurt, we will not have marriages. Can't have a marriage. Can't have a relationship with people. Who in this earth cannot hurt anyone? You that is thinking you have been hurt, if God tells you how many people you have hurt, you won't talk about hurt again. So the thing is, what did you become after the hurt? That's what your focus should be, not the prophet. Because maybe the prophet asked God and God forgave him. And let me explain something to you. The fact that someone did something wrong to you, don't think they will make hell or the wrath of God. Because you don't know after doing it what they told God. God is forgiving. Do you understand that? And do you know how many prophecies will not come to pass even if they were spoken? Because at that time they were spoken, what was the prophecy? Go tell Nineveh to say sorry to Jesus, right? Now, if you don't say sorry to Jesus, you see the repercussions. Now, that was what was to happen to Nineveh. What if Nineveh said sorry? The repercussions will be taken away. Do you understand? So the fact that God sent you to warn someone of death, true to it, it's true. But if they turn, God always has an if. So the person that you are not forgiving, God has forgiven. So the person that will make an ungodly realm because of that city, it's not the one that hurt you. Probably he has asked God for apology. And God forgave him. It's you that needs to have a bigger heart to accept who God has accepted. So, are you healing? So, I would look at it from the point of view, you need to heal. Forget a prophet. And some of you, we are so weak in our hearts that the heart you are talking about, if we share heart, You know what it takes us to preach the gospel? Personally, for me, I can't speak for anyone else. You know the lies, the hurt that I go through? Being castardized, being called things just because you stand for something that's not normal. If I've been hurt, I will not preach. No, I'm bigger than the hurt. I will preach. So I would look at it from a point of you. What did you become after the hurt? If there is pain, that's what you need to deal with. Can you tell your neighbor, make your heart bigger to accommodate anything? Expect to be hurt. I mean, he already told you in this world, you will suffer. Part of the things that are in that suffering system is hurt. But do not worry, I have overcome the hurt. He overcame it. So you have been called to do what? Forget those songs you sing. I'm an overcomer. It's not it. To overcome means to put God on the scene despite anything you're going through. To bring God to the scene. That's what you call to overcome. That you have always an answer from God for everything you're going through. So even if it is worthy, what would Jesus do if he was there? Do you think he would be hurt by your prophet? No. So then you need to be like Jesus. That answer will be answered like that. The second part of it is on the prophetic side, the prophet now. You know, the Bible is very clear. Woe unto you that causes any one of these little ones of mine to stumble. Woe unto you. I understand sometimes they are what you call ministerial pressure. But my advice, if it is going to make you to lie, to keep a ministry, leave the ministry. My advice, walk out of ministry. Do not try to build by destroying others. Do you understand that? Let's say you want to come to Nairobi. You have come here and you have seen, hey, we are having a conference. Hey, how much is that hall? You want to be welcome. You know very well at the place where you are ministerially speaking, your ministry has not grown to accommodate such an amount of resources. But you are overstretching your passion because you are told faith is not calculating. True faith calculates every step. Believe me. It's not blind as you. Faith is not blind. Neither is love. Those are not words from the Bible. Where did you read love is blind? For God so loved the world. Did he not see you? Where do you read these things? I don't want to be loved by a blind God. If your ministry has not gotten to a point where it can secure such facilities to do ministerial work, because most of the time these things normally happen when it comes to the pastor trying to overstretch his ministry. Financially, mentally, emotionally. Your people are not there, but you are forcing them to be there. You know how many years it took me to come back to Nairobi? When did we leave Nairobi? How many years ago? 8? 8 or 7? Let me ask you, so when I left Nairobi, I didn't know where Nairobi is anymore. I knew Nairobi is here, but it was not time for me to come back, because even if God had told me, the telling and the expression are two different time zones. The day he tells you is totally different from the day you should do it. The telling creates an awareness. The doing is courtesy of ascending. You are sent. So until you are commissioned by God, don't stretch your ministry to do specific things. These are the things that create heart. Grow with Jesus. Give it time. You will get there. And if we do such kind of things, we will have fewer people that are experiencing hurt. Did she say how she was hurt? Or he? I'm sure it's a she. I'm very sure. Wamama ndo wanakuanga. It's ladies most of the time. Brother, the Lord bless you. So I'm now speaking holistically because you didn't say it. So these are some of the avenues. Number 3, don't take advantage of people. Pastor, Pay your people. Pay your people. Pastor, pay your people. Prophet, that is always the one to receive. Pay your people. Let it matter to you that the person singing, the shoe is like this. So even when she gets to the part of permanent, you notice she starts, it shall be permanent. Because, care for the people. Listen, the people you serve with are your image without your words. The people you serve God with are your image without your words. Without you telling anyone, we can just look and see, this man is helping his people. You don't need to pay them 1 billion. You can if you have. The Bible speaks about the master, the leader. To the master, give them what they are due of. It's part of the scriptures in the Bible. Pay your people. Create meetings once in a while. Eat with them. Get to hear their ideas too. It's not always your dream. Ask them. Don't always be celebrated. Sometimes call and celebrate the little. Care for them. Be willing to know. How is it that you leave a conference at 12 midnight and then you just go home because you are Papa, you are the one carrying God. Without you, God has no one. You leave 12 midnight. The people that were worshiping with you and serving God with you, you are not even caring to know how they are going home. What kind of a pastor are you? The other day, I think you saw in our life, we were doing a music practicing for, and by the way, today evening, we are getting down. Nairobi, we are bringing you an experience. Lazima tuimbe. Kwani nini? So I called my team. They came late and then we finished. I think was it around 11. You, Jerry, you were there. Jerry, come, tell them what happened so that I don't say my words. When we finish, so that I'm not preaching from the Spirit. I'm preaching from the Spirit experientially. When we finished, tell the people what happened.
When we finished the practice session, you inquired from every person where they reside ama where they live, and after umeelewa kuna makeno, oh there's keno, there is
Jerry, we are in Nairobi.
we have some people from
in Nairobi.
Ushago. We have some people from Nairobi. I know that you offered to take each and every one of us home, and that is what you did. Majengo. No, you didn't go to Majengo.
Yeah, amesema. Huyu ndo wa Majengo.
So you ensured that we all got.
It was late in the night.
Yes.
I'm your senior pastor.
Yes, sir.
I have a nice car.
With a very low speed.
With a very... Usinikate na maneno. Don't. Jerry, only say, remember, don't even talk, by the way. If you came here to shine, it was very late. I think, was it 12 or 11 something? It was 12 midnight. And then one of my sons here, Pastor Caleb, was insisting, no, let me take them. Because as a pastor, you are waiting for someone to tell you, no, Papa, you can't do that. And then, yeah, it's true. When I was younger in ministry, so it's your time to pay them. Stop lying to people. The more you grow, the bigger the price to pay. Not the little, the lesser. The more you grow, the price to pay becomes bigger. You become more humble. You pay a bigger price than when you were growing. So I put them in my car. At that time, my wife was calling me. Where are you? I told her we have just finished practice. If only she knew. Kasarani, tumeenda sana. And it's late. And then as I was driving, I was asking the Lord, and we dropped her at her gate. She's her and her friend. There was another one for Kasarani, Juja. As a pastor, that is the care. You care for the people. And if you can, don't use anyone you can build. Never afford to lose any man you can beat. Don't use them. These are the signs. I've tried to give it a 360. So the lady or the man who put himself, either the first one, you need to forgive. You see that? The second one is to the prophet. Don't allow any one of these little ones to do what? To wander away from light. The third one is ministerial service. Pay the people, have meetings with them, love on them, appreciate them, tell them words like, without you, ask my team. I want you to know without you I cannot do much. Thank you for helping me. Sometimes the senior pastor would feel as if he is, no, they can be proud. Let them be proud. You have done your part. Be faithful, you. Let them ignore their faithfulness. You will not answer. You answer for your own faithfulness. Is that understandable? Did we do justice to that question? Right. So let's go to the next one.